All right, and welcome to our episode with Gail Bean on So What? What's Next? With your hosts, Nikki and Sam. We have Gail Bean again. She is an actress, author, and content creator joining us. So, welcome, Gail. Thank you so much for joining us today. We want to be able to kind of tap into your artistry and get a better understanding of who you are. So, with that being said, we want to go ahead and jump into some this or that questions. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, awesome. Let's start with jewelry. So, bracelet or necklace?
Necklace.
Let's go lip balm or lipstick?
Lip balm.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
Oh,
McDonald's.
She said that one with confidence. McDonald's. Juice or soda?
Ooh, water.
yeah.
Perfect answer.
Yeah, I'm not really a juice or wait, juice if I juice it myself.
Okay, natural juices.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. LA or Atlanta?
Atlanta, all day, every day.
Why Atlanta?
I just like it better. The Southern hospitality, the people, just my family, like the authenticity, the genuineness. Like it's very. I have my tribe out here in LA, but it's LA, the things I love about LA are the weather and the opportunity. That's it. The cost of living is expensive. The people are like blah, gross, yuck. Yeah, so yeah.
But you're welcome in
The
LA.
racism out here is intense, and they pretend the West Coast pretending they're so like liberal and they're not racist and they like are for all humanity when they're not. I would prefer for a person that in the South, they're gonna give it to you real. If they racist, they racist.
Yeah.
They have it. In LA, they pretend that they're not, and then they do like some extreme, absurd, racist stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? They actively say nigga out here, like they needed to breathe. All ethnicity. And then they'll be like, I'm not racist, I have a black friend. Or they'll do racist stuff, and it's like, bruh, no. Not okay.
That's the moderate white guy that I can't stand. I can't stand moderate white people. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not know that, but that is definitely eye-opening. I got a couple more for you. Let's go winter or summer?
Summer.
All right, sunrise or sunset?
Ooh. Oh, fun. Sunrise.
Okay. Now, the question that's near and dear to my heart and Sam's heart as well, UF or FSU?
UF all day. I'm gonna get it. Let me give y'all my little get it.
Oh, no.
So I got what? I got 6 questions. I'm gonna ask both of y'all these questions. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Who won, Gucci or Jeezy?
Gucci.
Gucci. Okay.
Definitely Gucci.
All right. I came there for the petty stuff, so it was definitely Gucci. LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
You said LeBron or Michael Jordan?
LeBron or Michael?
LeBron.
Okay. I already know what Nikki going at with this.
You already know.
She's going Juanita Jordan, of course.
Juanita Jordan Stands Pub.
All right. Since you're on the West Coast, Fat Burger out.
Neither.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, all right. Shrimp Festival or Crawfish Festival?
Ooh, crawfish.
A crawfish. Okay, and my last question. This is for both of y'all. It's the most important question. I could be the sexiest man alive. Michael B. Jordan or me. I'm good with the pause right now. That's a win. That's a win. Y'all pause. Y'all had to think about that. I'm telling you it's a win. Let's start the podcast.
You know what? You're right. Me is the sexiest man alive. Me.
Me, you said me or
He
me.
said Michael B. Jordan or me. So I said
Me, yeah, me. So I'm gonna go with me.
I'm taking it as a win. Y'all can stop now. I don't take it as a win. Y'all had to pause and think about that, so I'm good.
no,
I'm telling my
that's
son.
cool.
Telling my
Take your
son about
win.
that.
Take your win with grace.
That's right. That's right. I'm telling my son about that when I pick him up from daycare. That's what happened today, son.
That's it. But no, Gail, thank you so much for humoring us. We know that, again, you are in the middle, again, of creating some amazing content, right? We know that you have auditions, you have filming and taping that's happening right now. But our goal here is to kind of get a little bit, more details about you, right? So some of these questions that came up from some of the people that we've asked, and I know that we have a couple of questions on our own, but I'll go ahead and kick it off to Sam and get us started so we can learn more about you. And of course, anticipating some of the snowfall questions, we want to get into some of the trailers and tidbits you can, share with us. So Sam, I'll kick it over to you.
So Gail is an accomplished author. A book of poetry it's called, I want you to pronounce it for me.
Levon. It's my middle name. It's called Levon.
Oh, okay.
So
my
she's father's name is Lavonia, so for my middle name, he gave me Levon.
But I also would say this because I did my research last night. Gail is accomplished, but she's not the most accomplished person in her family. Not yet, anyway. Your dad, Stump Mitchell, is an accomplished running backs coach. And he coached Ricky Waters, Sean Alexander, Clinton Portis, David Johnson, Nick Chubb, and Andre Ellington. And I will have you know, they had their best seasons under your dad.
Thank you. They did.
Also,
and he used to play in the NFL.
And he played in the NFL.
Oh,
and he was
running back in the NFL.
And he was a head coach at one time at a black college. I don't forget the name of the black college. But
Southern University, Baton Rouge.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about that, Gail, growing up with, athletics around, and of course, with the artistry and things that you were involved with from a very young age. Can you kind of give us some color as to what that was like growing up?
Well, it's like because I grew up in the midst of it, like while my dad was playing in the league, like football is in me. Like I love it. I've never played it, or like wanted to play it, but I've always loved watching it. Like I'm the girl that's watching it. I know the lingo. I'm like up yelling, cheering. I'm like, I ain't gotta ask the dudes questions like what just happened, or you know what I'm saying? I like watch it faithfully. I mean, of course, I haven't been really watching as much since the whole Colin Kaepernick thing because I stay on the Cap. But I definitely love football, and I cheered for it, of course. I think with growing up in it, it's one of those things where I don't know if you have kids, Sam. I know you do, but your child isn't even at the age where you're doing the park and rec. So our whole schedule, like I have 5 brothers. Our schedule was football games, park and rec games, baseball, track, cheerleading, basketball, softball. So I grew up immersed in sports. And I really loved it. Like I'm really grateful for it. I think I'm super comfortable around guys because I'm the only girl. I'm the baby. So and just being around them, being around sports, it's just to me, it's just like natural, normal. Like that's my comfort. But I just really loved it. I think also with being at an early age, being around all of that.
So I got a couple more family accomplishments. So you also have a cousin that's playing defensive end right now for the Buffalo Bills. Daryl Johnson.
Yes.
Daryl Johnson.
That's your cousin. That's my cousin too.
Yeah, we cousins. We in here. And my last one is
come on, Bam.
Yep, Bam. And the last one is Booth, who you may not notice or not, was named godfather to my son Chance.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and I know that don't sound like a big accomplishment, but it was between him and Idris Elba. But I chose Payne because I don't actually know Idris Elba. That is a huge accomplishment. Yeah. So that's
and
the
then
last.
The fact that when you decide that somebody's gonna be a godparent, when you take on that role, I mean, if anything happens to that parent,
right,
you take full responsibility.
Yep, they in there, man. I love them to death though. So, and that's actually how I got find out about you. So it
You
was a
love him to
blessing.
death. I mean, you love him and Idris, or just
I like the Idris and everything, but I think like the fact that I didn't really know him personally, kind of that was a deciding factor. But it was,
okay?
it was close though. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna send a picture to Idris, just sponsor a kid type thing. But yeah, that's the last one. All right, go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry, I got to start interrupting this pod.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, kind of give us some idea or some insights as to what got you involved in acting. Why acting over any other type of profession?
Okay, let me just say this: if not acting, then criminal defense lawyer.
Oh,
Oh wow! Tell us about that.
Um, I don't know. I've always loved law. Like I've always felt like I wanted to help and fight for the people who was treated unfairly or who I never believed in people getting life in jail. I never believed in the death penalty. I never believed in like, okay, yes, people do wrong things. When it comes to like criminal stuff, there are a lot of things that's like frowned upon and it's like, okay, you shouldn't do it. You need to learn your lesson. But I don't feel like we as humans are to be the ones to say, okay, this person deserves life. Like really, I've always truly believed in like only God can judge. And
right,
it's supposed there's a natural order of things of how it will be, how it should and is going to be. And who are we to decide that this person deserves life for this? Who are we? Who are these people in the criminal system and the justice system that's set up to not even hold themselves accountable for the crimes that they've done in America to black people or to allow a society to get like this? Like even with like, for example, Snowfall.
mm,
Nobody's held the people accountable for bringing crack cocaine to the black folks to even sell it. You see what I'm saying? Like
right,
Yeah.
right,
nobody's held the people who with the exonerated five from when they see us. That lady, the Lisa lady, like what about the judge, the jury, the lady who pressed the charges, the officers who did the investigation, who coerced them and forced them to sign these fraudulent confessions? What about the prosecutor who prosecuted them? Where is the justice against them?
Yeah.
right,
So it's like, but I feel like they're always so quick to, oh, okay, this person is selling or this person did this or, so we're going to prosecute them to the highest degree. So I've
right,
always wanted to be like, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to be the female Johnny Cox.
right,
Yeah.
And when it came time to like make that
Presence,
deciding
right?
factor, once I graduated college, it was okay, what do you want to do? Like, are you going to go and pursue law or are you going to pursue acting? Like, both of these I'm really passionate about. And I think I was left with the decision like, I could do law.
right,
Like, I could do that. Not to diminish anybody who's doing that. But there's some things that like, some people are really good at sports, like a one sport, and they're like, oh, I could kill at this sport because I'm an athlete. I'm not just a football player, I'm an athlete. I'm one of those, I'm a shark. So
right,
when it comes to being a lawyer, I knew I could have killed that. When it comes to education, like I could go kill law school, kill the bar exam, like ace all that. I know I could go into a courtroom and shut it down.
right,
Like I know when it comes to debating and arguing and proving my case and getting someone off, I could have done that in my sleep. I put the work in for that. I felt like that was going to any career a person chooses is going to be challenging, but it'd be fun. I felt like with acting, it doesn't matter how talented I am, how much I study, how much work I put in, I could still not get it. I could still be great enough and not get it. So that to me
right,
was more challenging because it's like, okay, you could take way more losses and that don't mean nothing. That don't mean you're not good.
right.
You could take loss after loss after loss. That doesn't mean you're not good. It just means it wasn't for you.
Mm. That's crazy because you think about law. I think my thing I always want to do. I want to become a teacher. I wish they made more money. I'd be one right now. But the law thing is pretty important because I don't think we've had like this great awakening in America recently for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people. I mean, it's things that my mom taught me growing up that I mean I've always known these things, but we didn't know how impactful the decision makers are in our everyday lives. We just think that we're special, but it's like these people have a design for us, and we're a cog in this system that just keeps going. And that foundation needs to be kind of broken and put back together by people that look like us and think like us. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty. I did not know that.
Yeah, that was always something I wanted to do, but I felt like I could have done that. I could have done that and executed it and been amazing. And I just wanted something more challenging for me, which I feel like with acting and writing and producing, no matter how talented you are, no matter how much you execute, the answer could still be no. And I was like, I'm that person that it's like when somebody tell you can't do it or when it looks impossible, I'm like, nah, I gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah. That makes
We
sense.
love that confidence. Love to hear it.
Thank you. But it wasn't until so you asked about like how it came about. It wasn't until I was I've always loved performing, like where you know, even when like I used to do co-ed competition cheerleading, you rehearse, you practice, and then you only have one competition. But I
Right,
love stuff like that where it's like you risk it all on
right.
one, you know what I'm saying? One
Yeah,
thing. So
the pressure of
I've
that. Yeah.
always been attracted to like something where you perform. So
Mm-hmm.
whether it been I used to do ballet growing up as a kid, I used to cheer, I played softball. I love that adrenaline rush of like the
Mm-hmm.
performance aspect. But when I was a senior in high school at Stevenson, I was taking Dr. Narcus drama class, and that's when I was like, I love this. Like when I graduate high school, I'm not going to college. I'm gonna move to LA and be an actress.
That's what's up.
That was
That
that
is,
was that was my I said it right there. Senior high
yeah.
school. I mean, of course, my mom's a high school teacher, so she was like, "You going to get your education."
Right.
No
But
other
that
option.
was
You
my
going to
whole
school.
route. Like it wasn't. I know some people will start off as like child actors. I
Mhm.
didn't. I just did the rest. My parents let me be a kid. So I
Right.
mean, of course, everybody put their kids in like something. So I did ballet. Like I said, I did. You know, at your school, you have your school theater programs. I had that, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like I feel like the best actors experience life. Like you don't have to. There's some people who turn their nose up at me. I mean, they don't do it now, but they used to because it was like before I booked anything, they were just more like, "You're an actor. You don't have a theater degree. Like you don't do this." And I'm like, "No, but I got life experiences, and just because I
Yeah.
didn't go to school for theater and have a theater degree doesn't mean I'm not. I don't take it serious and I don't study my craft. Like I took classes during and after. Like in college, I didn't focus any of that while I was away at school on acting because I felt like I wanted to enjoy the college experience. I was
Mhm.
also kind of like upset that I couldn't move to LA. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever here. So I got me a business degree in accounting, a bachelor's in accounting. I pledged Delta. I cheered. I enjoyed college, and then whenever I would come home, I would go take acting classes in Atlanta, go take acting classes in New York. Once I graduated, I went to AIU for media film production. Didn't graduate. It was very
Yeah.
expensive, but I did go. So I mean, I really just took it in strides and lived life because I feel like the the smartest person in the world, if they don't have no experience, even with like no matter what your job is, you have to have experience. So if I'm
Mhm.
not out here living life, how can I accurately portray it on camera? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's why they
So
always say most actors coming to their prime, like when they're like in their 35, 36, that's when they kind of hit their stride because they've had more life experience now. So they have more
exactly.
things they can pull from. So yeah, that's, you know what's crazy?